All right, with 10 weeks to go before the Iowa caucus, I thought it was high time that I did a ranking video on all of the candidates running. So I'm going to tell you how I think, in my mind, the candidates show up. Who are the best? Who are the worst? But before we get into that, let's just take a look at our ranking system here. First, you've got your S levels. Now that is the creme of the creme, the best of the best. Followed by A levels. These are your alpha dogs, your top men. Next, you got your betas. They're good, just not as good as the alphas. Next, we got this average level here, this C level. Below it is deltas, which is to say more mediocre than average. Next, we're at the bottom of the barrel here with our E levels. And even below the lowest level is your F levels, which just means that they are nothing more than shit. Awful, terrible, awful shit. Let's start off with the latest candidate in the race, the lastest, if you will, and that is Deval Patrick. And don't take this personally, Deval, but you're a sack of goddamn shit. I'm fucking sick of people just keep jumping into this. Why? How is it you can see 29 guys and gals who go in before you and still think you got a fucking shot, all right? There's enough sardines in the fucking can. We don't need any more. That is why you are at an F fucking level, because you're the last person through the door. Close the fucking door. It's cold out. Speaking of which, seeing how Deval Patrick is taking that position of latest in the race, I think we can move Bloomberg up to a mediocre level. And there we go. All right, next up we got Tom Steyer, businessman who's most famous for running a impeach 45 campaign. So I got a lot of respect for him there, using his own money trying to bring down President Trump. Now he's run for president, but I don't know, it's just why. I mean, you look at all the money he's going to blow running for president. He could spend that elsewhere. He could get into an international balloon race with Elon Musk. He could open a chain of bikini car washes. He could produce another season of Mama's Family. I think that he's just wasting a lot of time and money. He's wasting his money and he's wasting our time. But like I said, I got respect for his impeached Trump campaign. So I'm going to put him at a nice average level here. All right, next up I have a fellow veteran and one of my personal favorites, Tulsi Gabbard. I'm going to put her at the beta level. Now the thing I like about Tulsi is she's one of the few candidates trying to keep us out of that clusterfuck that is Syria. Ever since Trump withdrew the troops from Syria, everyone's gotten gung-ho and wants to go over there and fight the good fight. Or should I say send our boys and girls over there to fight the good fight. Tulsi's one of the few that says, nah, let's not get involved in that shit. And I'm with her. It's a three-way fuck fest. Where one, we're still fighting ISIS while we're trying to overthrow the Assad government and deal with the Turkeys. And for what? What, for Kurdistan? What the hell does that mean to us? Look, just get the Kurds out of there and let everyone else fucking fight. There's no reason for us to get involved in that fucking fuck fest. And that's why I put Tulsi at the beta level, because she's trying to keep us out of that. But there isn't much else to her that would make me put her up higher. Up next we got Cory Booker. We got Cory Booker, and I'm going to put him at the C level. Yeah, Booker's a nice guy, but right now, the way things are, that's not going to help. All right, we need fighters, and this guy, he wants to hug it out. Ugh. That is not what we need right now, okay? When you're going up against Trump and his supporters with all their racism and fascism and misogynism and all sorts of other ismisms, the last thing we need is someone who wants to hug it out. No, you need to push back against that. And Booker is just not that person. Andrew Yang, interesting guy. I am going to put him at the alpha level. Alright, so what I like about Yang is here you have this nobody who came out of the woodwork to run for president. And he has risen into polls because he has brought this new perspective into the race. And he has made an issue of something that might have been overlooked had he not gotten involved. That's automation, robots taking over everything. Yang has brought this up time and time again, and people are listening to that, and they're thinking about that. And that's what I like about Yang. He's probably not going to get the nomination, surprise, surprise, but the fact that he could bring his issue up to the level where people are going to be talking about it after he leaves, yeah, that is pretty damn impressive. Also, freedom dividend. They're going to give us, what, $1,000 a month? I don't know about you, but I could use some more money for strippers. That's that. Plus, in Minnesota, it's Amy Klobuchar. Now, unlike Cory Booker, Amy Klobuchar, she ain't all that nice. Which is good, because like I said, we're looking for fighters here. And we want someone who's going to push back against Trump, not hug it out. And that's totally Amy Klobuchar. Aside from that, I don't think she offers too much else. So I'm going to put her at the C level, but I'm going to put her at a higher C level than Booker or Steyer, because she is one high C. All right, up next we got Joaquin Castro. And that, I am telling you, that is our first S-level candidate, Joaquin Castro. What? Okay, I was just informed that this is not Joaquin Castro who is running for president. It is his twin brother, Julian Castro. So that's going to make a bit of a difference on what level he should be at. So, yeah. Up next, we've got the hippy-dippy chick herself, Marianne Williamson. Now, she said that she's going to weaponize love and use it against Trump. And shit, that sounds fucking exciting. Like I said, we like the fighters here on our fucking list. So I'm going to put her at the alpha level because she understands that it's going to be a fucking fight. Up next, we got someone who doesn't understand that one fucking bit, and that is John fucking Delaney. Was bitched and whined about how people are being mean to one another and how we need to reach across the fucking aisles to the fucking Republicans. I don't think this guy has paid any goddamn attention to the fucking politics in the last fucking years if he thinks the fucking Republicans are going to help anyone at this point. So I'm dropping his dumb ass down to the fucking F level because fuck John Delaney. Alright, now we got Michael Bennett. Is he still in this thing? It's either Malden or Bullock. I don't know, one of the two. This guy's still running? Gets the fuck out of me. Okay, up next we got Kamala Harris. Now she seems sassy, she seems fun. But then, you take a look at her record as a prosecutor, and it kind of changes your opinion of her. I'm talking about her anti-truancy measures. So, basically, you had these kids who were playing hooky from school. And to punish the kids, they would arrest the parents. Which, some people say, well, of course, bad parenting, but my thing is, what if the kid was just a little shit? So you basically arrest the parent, you say to the kid, hey, you don't do this, we'll arrest your parents. You take the parents, they can't fucking pay the bills. I mean, I didn't see the sense of that. And she was a big fan of that. She liked to brag and boast about how she was punishing these bad parenting. Well, that just seemed like a stupid idea, so I am going to put her at the D level for that. Alright, now we got one of our top dogs, Bernie Sanders. I've said before, this whole list, the best of them are the fighters. And I can't think of a better fighter than Bernie Sanders. He's been fighting for the working man for decades. I am putting him at the alpha level No more explanation needed. Pete Buttigieg, and I'll be honest, I've heard this guy give speeches, but I cannot remember him one bit. I think that's because he's such a centrist. He's always trying to have everything both ways. He doesn't stand for anything, really. He'll talk about how you need to take a stand against the Republicans, but we've got to be civil about it. No, those two are not compatible. I don't think he's as bad as Delaney. He doesn't have that whine about him, but I mean, he's an empty cookie jar. So I'm going to put him at the E level, all by himself. All right, up next, we've got Elizabeth Warren. And full disclosure, when the Iowa caucus comes around, I will be caucusing for Senator Warren. So naturally, I'm going to put her at the alpha level. I think the thing I like about Warren is I think that she is the one who can unite the two factions in the Democratic Party. That is the progressives and the moderates. Now, the progressives, that's your Bernie Sanders, your Tulsi Gabbard types. They want to make changes. The moderates don't. Now, Warren's a bit more of a progressive, but not so much that the moderates won't vote for her. So I think she's probably our best choice. So, yeah, alpha level for Elizabeth Warren. All right, up next we got Joe Biden. And another full disclosure here, under no circumstance will I vote for Joe Biden. I'm not going to vote for him to get the nomination, and I sure as shit ain't going to vote for him for fucking president. So I am putting him at the bottom of the F level, because fuck Joe Biden. Okay, so you're wondering what my beef with Joe Biden is? It's pretty goddamn simple. If the Democrats nominate Joe Biden, they're basically saying to us, hey, we understand you hate, loathe, and despise Donald Trump, but we don't care why you hate, loathe, and despise Donald Trump. Vote for who we tell you. And that's exactly what you're getting with Joe Biden. The similarities between him and Trump can't go overlooked. I'm telling you, Joe Biden is just a watered-down version of Donald Trump. Oh, you think I'm wrong? Well, let's just look at one of the things people hate about Donald Trump. The fact that he is a massive racist. He said Mexico is sending us rapists, thieves, and murderers. He also said that neo-Nazis are nice people. No, except good people. Well, what about Joe Biden? Joe Biden loves to talk about how he worked with white supremacists. Also, he's the guy who said that black parents need to take the records off and be better parents. He wrote that crime bill that fucked him over, and he kicked Corn Pop out of the swimming pool. Joe Biden loves to tell the story of how he kicked a black guy out of the pool, even though it was an all-black pool. Now, do I think that Joe Biden is as big a racist as Donald Trump? I don't know. Maybe he's not a racist, but he's got some fucking questions he needs to answer. And if you say it doesn't matter, that's the fucking problem right there. If it doesn't matter what Joe Biden does, then these things that make him look racist, then why should I care about these things that Donald Trump does that make him look racist? So that is off the table. And that's the kind of problem we see with Joe Biden. All these negating factors. You take things that you don't like about Donald Trump and you can find them in Joe Biden. Let's look at what Donald Trump might get impeached for. He blackmailed the Ukrainians into getting dirt on who? Joe Biden. And how did he do that? He withheld the aid. Who else withheld aid from the Ukrainians? Who else dicked them around to get something they wanted? Joe Biden, to fire some prosecutor. I'm not even going to get into why he did it, but the fact is, both of them blackmailed the Ukrainians with financial aid to get something they wanted. Negating factor. Now, no one should care that Donald Trump did what he did with the Ukrainians, because Joe Biden did something just like that. And we're just going to keep doing that over and over, or you have some problem with fucking Donald Trump. He seems senile, stupid. He was always mumbling his words. We've seen that with Joe Biden. Watch that fucking video where he's talking about that record. It's going to be fucking Hillary and Donald Trump all over again, where the Democrats are trying to pretend that there's no problems with Joe Biden when there are clearly problems with Joe Biden. So I'm not going to fucking vote for Joe fucking Biden. I open a write-in vote for Epstein didn't kill himself or that cat who the lady's yelling at. All right, so we have a former candidate here. That's Jay Inslee. I already know he already dropped out, but I don't see any reason why I can't put him on my terror list. Jay Inslee said that he was running because he wanted to impress his grandkids, show them that he was going to do something about climate change. Oh, that just warms the heart. So I'm putting Jay Inslee at the S level. All right, and that's how it all turned out. That's how they all got ranked. At the S level, we had Inslee. Our alphas were Yang, Williamson, Sanders, and Warren. Tulsi Gabbard is the lone beta. Nice guy Booker, Steyer, and the high-level C, Klobuchar, at the C level. All these guys at the mediocre level. Alone, Epsilon, Buttigieg, and at the lower than shit list, the last guy in, which at this point is Deval Patrick, Weiner Delaney, and of course, liability man himself, Joe Biden.